In my major, which is speech, language, and hearing sciences, we learn about the science behind how speech works and like the anatomy of the vocal cords and the vocal folds and hearing science, so going into your inner ear. I've taken one communications class, but that's But actually, one of the things that got me into my major was I had, growing up, I had speech issues. I would tend to stumble over my words or speak too quickly or speak too fast, and my dad would constantly work with me to slow down. And I'm like, looking at this major, speech, language, and hearing, a lot of the people who go into it become speech pathologists, where they work with children who have speech disorders. And I thought that that would suit me perfectly because I've been through the same thing. But although I'm not going into speech pathology, my passion is the ear and hearing. I'm going into the audiology side, but they're both very interconnected. The biggest rewards I'll get are being able to help people, being able to implement something clinically so that it can actually affect others' lives in a positive way. In the Human Auditory Research Lab, I worked with otoacoustic emissions, which are small sounds that come from your ear and help indicate whether you have normal hearing or hearing loss. They use them to test on infants. But I was doing a study to help improve the technique for otoacoustic emissions. So I would test people's hearings, do their temps, their reflexes, sit them in a sound booth, and put a microphone recorder into their ear to measure the sounds. In the perceptual neuroscience lab, I prepared, I guess, the stimuli for the experiment and just recently started testing some participants. One of the most frustrating things was manipulating the audio files that I recorded. I recorded my voice, I recorded 210 sentences of my voice, and then I had to manipulate each one of them at 3 different levels. So 210 multiplied by 3, and then I had to do that 3 more times. So I don't even know what number that is, but believe me, I spent many, many hours listening to my own voice at different degraded levels. The best thing to do when you get bored out of your mind because of the monotony is to really step back and take a break, because you're dealing with data here. You don't want to ruin the data because of human error because you feel tired. It's best is to step back and take a break. I have had moments where I didn't know how I was going to survive doing research, doing school, and doing clinical observation hours. It was just very overwhelming, and my professors have been very understanding because they know that it's better to focus on one thing and do it well than to have all these different conflicts of commitment and not be able to do as well as you can. So the best thing to do during those times when you get overwhelmed is to talk with your professors and let them know, because they'll work with you.